Hello everyone, I know you've been waiting so long for this video, so it's finally here. We're going to talk about some ways that we can use to induce our labor. Let's start. Hello future parents, if you're new here, my name is Ilenia. I've been a midwife for nearly 7 years and I love helping women during their pregnancy, birth and postpartum journey. This video took me a long time to film, just because if you've been following me now for a while, you know how much I love research and evidence-based information. So the topic of today is not one of those. It's not one of these that I can tell you is for sure gonna help you to start your labor, because there are no sure evidence that says that these food I'm going to talk about today play a role into triggering your labor to start. So always make sure that you take this information related to your current situation, and always make sure that you talk with your provider, to your midwife, to your doctor, and ask them if you can actually do the things that I'm telling you into this video. Usually speaking, we don't need any particular help. Our bodies are already made to know when to go into labor, so we shouldn't need any external help, but we know that sometimes inductions are required. But generally speaking, food-wise, they shouldn't be really harmful because it's food. But again, I want you to make sure that you can take these things, so ask to your doctor if in your case it's safe to have these foods. Let's talk about two things that are really a little bit more backdated by research. I'm talking about dates and raspberry leaf teas. Let's start with dates. Eating dates in pregnancy has so many benefits. Dates are rich of fibers that can help you with constipation. They're rich in sugar, can help you if you are having some low sugar, but they have slow release sugar, so they can really keep you going for a long time. Always make sure that you ask your doctor or midwife if you can take it if you have diabetes. Otherwise, they're very good to keep you going and to have a middle snack between meals. It's a very good alternative. They're rich of fat, antioxidant, carbohydrate, minerals, so they're a very, very good valuable source of all these elements to use during your pregnancy. However, there is some evidence that suggests that eating dates regularly, especially during your third trimester, can really help you to prepare you for labor. Bear in mind, these methods are not gonna induce labor. We can induce labor only by medical means, by prostaglandin, by intravenous oxytocin, but we can stimulate the beginning of labor with natural ways. And this video is all about food ways that we can use, but in part 2 I'm going to tell you some mechanical ways that we can use. So make sure that if you've not done so already, that you subscribe to the channel so you can get the second video as well. So I was saying, dates can have the possibility maybe to prepare you for labor a bit better. Some studies suggest that they can soften your cervix and your uterine muscle as well, in order to have it more contracting more effectively and more regularly. In fact, in a study particular where women were compared among women that did not consume dates with women that did, and women that consumed dates in the third trimester, were more likely to go into spontaneous labor themselves and to be more able to continue with their labor without intravenous oxytocin. And even if labor did not start in these women, if they require induction, then their cervix was found to be more soft and effaced, which is very, very important in order for you to have a faster labor. So a certain truth, maybe not, but I don't think there is any harm if you like dates in consuming them during your third trimester. If you don't like them, you can put them in some smoothies, you can have them with some, peanut butter, you can do whatever you want. If you like them, then try to keep the consumption between 3 to 5 dates a day, starting from 36 weeks. Now, I can't resist, I need to have one because I love dates. Let's talk now about raspberry leaves tea. I have this one here, but I don't tell you to buy this one. You can buy any raspberry leaf tea you find. I'm going to link you this one down below, but you can have whichever you want. Make sure that it's raspberry leaf tea and not raspberry tea, because then it doesn't have any effect if it's the normal raspberry red tea. Contrary to what you might think, actually doesn't taste like red tea. It's more like black tea to me. So You can also have it cold if you don't like it warm, or if maybe it's summer. It's a good way to keep you hydrated as well. It's very important in pregnancy to drink at least 2 liters of water a day. So a tea is considered a clear liquid anyway, so it's very good to drink tea anyway during your pregnancy to keep you hydrated. Raspberry leaf tea is thought to help smooth your uterine muscle fibers and really help your cervix to efface again and your uterus to contract more effectively. So the evidence is not clear, but it is suggested to start to consume raspberry leaf tea at around 35 weeks, starting with a cup a day, and then gradually increasing to 3, even 4 cups a day if you can. Around 38, 39 weeks up to your due date, you should be drinking 3-4 cups a day. Those methods, the dates or the raspberry leaf tea, they're not magic. They don't work like magic. There are things that need to build up in your body in order to have maybe some effect. So don't expect them to work straight away if you take one date or if you drink a cup of raspberry leaf tea. They need time to work, and they need to be paired with other preparation and other body balance and other mechanical things that you have already in my video, so make sure to check them. And then I'm gonna do future videos also on how you can trigger your labor to start if your body is ready, because trust me, if your body is not ready, if your baby is not ready to be born yet, then no matter how many dates or raspberry leaf tea you drink and eat, your labor is not going to start. Anyway, going back to the raspberry leaf tea, it is rich of antioxidant, magnesium, potassium, so it's very good. It might have some side effects like nausea or loose stool, so if that happens to you, reduce the amount or stop it. Make always sure that you talk to your provider about it. And don't take it if you have history of precipitous labor, breech babies, fibroids, because again, we cannot be sure how much these can affect your labor to start. So definitely to avoid if you have some sort of contraindication. It can also help to raise your blood pressure if you suffer of low blood pressure, and some women also take it as a lactation support postpartum. But again, the evidence are very, very scanty in that case. You're going to ask me, but Ilenia, I heard about pineapples, for example. Can you eat pineapples during pregnancy? Do they help you to trigger your labor? Do they not? Well, pineapples are thought to have an enzyme inside that can help you somehow to trigger labor. Like these other 2 methods, they help your uterine muscle to be more ready and effective. But in order to have this effect, because the enzyme contained in 1 pineapple is not enough, you probably need to eat so much pineapples that is not going to be worth it and not physically possible. So probably it's not going to help you to trigger your labor. It's very good as a snack, as I was saying before, like for the dates. But no research at the moment that says that triggers labor to start, but I am willing to take it back if some new evidence comes out. Spicy food as well. You probably heard so many stories about people having curry the night before labor, having some spicy food that somehow trigger contractions. Well, kind of like castor oil, which I don't know if you heard about. I don't want to recommend it to you because it's quite controversial. But those 2 methods have the rationale of irritating your bowels so much that therefore, as a consequence, it also irritates your uterus, and therefore it can trigger the start of the contraction. The effect of spicy food is way milder than the castor oil, but still, that's the rationale behind it. It can kind of really irritate your organs, internal organs, and therefore kickstart the labor if your body is ready again for your labor to start. So no current evidence, but again, some old wives' tale that might be true, might be not, might apply to you, might work for you, might not. So please let me know if they did. Let me know what worked for you. If you've not done so already, subscribe to the channel to be connected to part 2, and I'll see you there. Best of luck. Bye bye.